in his shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gotta rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gotta rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gotta rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? That's how I'm still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, put my heart in a case. Head's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the seeds that I've sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my road. At the end of my wrongs, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. In motion right is Mims. "16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
On first down, here's Penix. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Penix here from the gun. That one's complete over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, they'll run. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Here's Penix. Diving right side, got it! He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Complete to Mims. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Offense up to the line fast. Running for the marker on second. Finds a big lane. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Normally, when we say somebody's on skates, we're talking about that offensive lineman, right? Driven right back to the quarterback. But I think it's applicable for the entire offense to be on skates. 2 plays, 2 negative plays. Got to find something positive here on 3rd down.
3rd and long for him here. It's a turnover on his first pass of the season. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number one. And number two, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, separation was into preparation.
He'll get 3, but much work left for him on 2nd and goal. Penix working from the gun. Touchdown, Denver! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the 23. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. Our score. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Complete right side to Washington. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Still going past the 40. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He throws a bullet deep to the right side.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To the air with Penix. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it the Broncos punting unit. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's and they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Now on 4th down, A.J. Cole headed out to handle the punt. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Chargers take possession. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll run here on 1st down. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the 42. Finds him over the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Chargers will have a first. Now Herbert to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Herbert from the gun. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Herbert throwing again. He's throwing deep to the left side. Big gain downfield. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he drives it forward for a modest gain. Give him 4 on that play, so now they've got 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. He gets it headed right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. From the pistol, it's Herbert. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Brown's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive and take some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He's going to field this at the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Penix. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Throwing the out route complete. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Penix now on 1st down. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
Chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gets in. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers get some late points and the lead. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. Cut out left. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
From the 48. Hits him on the out route. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from the 41. And again, it's Penix. Mims with the grab. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 37. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Penix here from the gun. Finds Mims. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
They'll run for this. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly, for his offense to get a 1st down.
Penix on 1st down. That one's caught along the left sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take the lead just before halftime. Extra point attempt coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead.
Chargers, 17.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our 1st half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that 1st half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the 2nd half has in store for us. The 1st half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the 2nd half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the powered play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Got Washington, it's complete. And he's touchdown about 5 yards shy of that 1st down marker.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Broncos corral it! And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11.
Chargers, 17.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Pitts brings it in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 31. It's taken in by Washington. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's the one back on the handoff, and he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's 2nd and 11. Trying for the deep ball. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Herbert. Escapes a defender. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 4th down, here's Herbert. Throw caught by his running back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Play action now for Herbert. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
For a second, it looked like the Chargers offense was coming off, but no, coaches say, stay out there. We're going for 2. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Broncos take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Chargers 23.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Kickoff taken at the 3. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Penix. Buying some, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense, more often than not, leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. He put everything he had into this. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they take him down right along the 30. Working quickly here. On first down, here's Penix. He's got it near the 10. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos push the lead up to 12. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of...
With the score, Broncos 35.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set. Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. We've got a screen to the running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, Instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Now Herbert again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 28. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. They go play action. Here's Herbert. He fires one deep down the middle. They connect on the deep shot. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers now within one score in the fourth. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Returning it from the 4. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Rocky's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Right up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Juke the defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up. And again, it's Penix. Someone got a piece of that downfield throw, but anyway.
First down, Broncos.
So what a costly gamble that was, partner. They don't get the call they wanted, and they're down to their final timeout. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 17. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact. They're like that one before they could ever reach the target.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
This will end up as a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Herbert from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers, 8 points behind.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Broncos make the play that should win them this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They give it to him again. He still has room inside the 30. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos lead by 15 now. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Herbert with a blitz coming. Oh, he makes the catch. Impressive grab, but he should have let it go. They're going to lose yards.
That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it, because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle, or in this case, run him right out of bounds.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Throwing now. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. It's Herbert once more. Complete out to the right. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
2nd and 10 now. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Broncos get it as he makes his 3rd interception of this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So it's a win for the Broncos. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for him.
I need it. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that end zone? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo.